Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Kelly Diane, of course, best-selling author of Soul Wounds, motivational speaker, and women's empowerment coach. So I want to stop in really quickly to say thank you for those of you who joined me on my very first inaugural Queens Pick Up Your Crown tour in the last week. I was super excited to see all of you that came out to support me, to support my vision. And for those of you whose lives were changed, I am so excited for you for taking your power back. And for those of you who also bought the books for your family and for your loved ones, I just want to say thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. And those of you who maybe are not aware, I will be on the Carnival Horizon in June of 2022, leaving out of Miami. And I'm super excited for those of you who have decided to book a room, and those of you who just reached out very recently and decided to join me down in Miami. We are going to have an amazing time, and I am so excited to see you guys. And once again, that is going to be in June of 2022, June 19th to be exact, actually leaving out of Miami, Florida. I have quite a few other bookings that's coming right after, and I'll be posting those as well. But I just want to tell you, for those of you who are ready to pick up your crown, please come and join me. Men and women alike, we are all getting healed. We are all taking our power back. We are all healing all of those wounds that we had carried for so long. So with that out the way, I did want to talk very briefly about something that's been on my mind. And what I want to tell you is that it's time to take your power back. What you should do now is to go ahead and start to walk in your power by healing those wounds and to address those wounds. Remember, they cannot be healed until you first address that you have them, acknowledge that you have them, and then start to do the work on yourself. And it is not an overnight process. One of the things that I've noticed is that it's a lot of people who are walking around who have wounds from their childhood, and it has something to do with parental issues. And what I want to say to those of you who have those parental woundings and that are afraid to confront that person, what I will say is to go ahead and confront that person, confront that individual, and give them back their baggage. It is not your baggage to carry, guys. It is not your baggage to carry. It is their baggage to carry. It is not your fault that they rejected you, that they called you names, that they didn't see your worth, that they held you back from what you thought they did was held you back, and they didn't hold you back. But they attempted to hold you back from your destiny. It is not your fault that they did those things to you. And I want you to take time out and think about it. Think about all the things that person said to you. And I think some of the hardest healing comes from the parent. The wounding comes from the parent. So the healing is very difficult because we are taught to respect our elders and to respect our parents. And sometimes, or that parental figure that had you, could have been grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, whoever had you. And so we are taught to always be respectful, and we are going to be respectful. But what I want you to do is to turn, excuse me, is to take the time out to confront that wounding and take your power back, which means that you are going to have to go ahead and confront that individual. And I don't mean in a malicious way. I mean to have that conversation. You're going to have to stand your power. I know it feels hard to do. I know you may be afraid. I know it's a very difficult move for you to do because you may feel as though, hey, they're elderly. I don't want to hurt them. You're not hurting them. What you're doing is taking your power back and healing the wounds that were caused by them, whether they did it intentionally or not intentionally. The bottom line is the wounds are there, and they need to heal. So take your power back. Take that luggage, that baggage that they put on you, and give it back to them. And you do that by letting them know how you feel, letting them know what happened. You know, acknowledge that it happened. Don't suppress it anymore. Don't suppress it any longer. Don't hold it down any longer, because it exists. And what you'll notice is that as you heal, you'll start to pull back more layers of yourself that you didn't know that were there. And they're very painful and very hurtful, but you have to confront them. Listen, a healthy tree will never produce anything but healthy fruit. You would never see a rotten tree producing healthy fruit. So what you need to do is to start to go ahead and get to the root of all the issues. And sometimes, unfortunately, it is the parental wound, and thus my memoir, Soul Wounds. And so take your power back, own your power, start to walk in the power. Do not be afraid to address or confront those individuals who said things to you that harmed you. Now, some people say, I don't need to do that. I don't need the closure. Perhaps you don't. Do what you feel is right. Do what your heart says is right. Do what your inner guidance is saying, your intuition is saying to do. Do what's right for you. But for some of the other ones, yes, they do have to go and actually have that conversation. They have to have that conversation. Either one of those are fine. Do what works for you. Is your journey. Take your power back. So once again, thank you so much for those of you who have joined me. I am Dr. Kelly Diane, of course. I am so excited to see you guys on our next upcoming Queens Quick Pick Up Your Crown tour. And I will see you guys soon, okay? Reach at www.alignwithdrkellydiane.com and also on Instagram at alignwithdrkellydiane.com. I can also be found on Facebook at drkellydiane.com. And if you would like to purchase any copies of my book, you can purchase them on the website at www.alignwithdrkellydiane.com. Thank you for all of your support, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in